Hey guys, so today I decided I wanted something sweet. So I am going to make my version of a cake mix cookie. I don't do like the 3 ingredients like a lot of people do. I actually add a few other things because I want to make them healthier for you and also better tasting, more crunchy. So you get any cake box that you like, whatever it is, Duncan Hines or Betty Crocker or whatever. And then you're going to add a stick of butter. You're going to add 2 eggs. I add some chia seeds to mine, and I also add a 1/4 cup of high grain flour. So I'm going to do a whole grain wheat flour. So check that out on the menu. Cake box cookies made healthier. All right, so first the cake mix goes in. Oops. And a 1/2 cup of sugar because I want that crunch. This is sugar. A little less than 1/3 cup of the chia seeds, a 1/4 cup of whole grain flour, and a tablespoon of cornstarch. So I'm gonna call these cake box chocolate fudge chia cookies. It's a fudge mix, it's got chia, it's got butter, it's a cookie. And now we mix. Everything's incorporated. You like this? I don't have my whisk. You make do what you got. Now the dry ingredients are mixed. Now I got to cream the butter, okay, and the eggs. So I like nuts in my cookies. So I'm adding a cup of chopped walnuts and of course chocolate chips. And I always use semi-sweet or dark chocolate chips, okay? Because everything else is sweet. So you want that bitterness and you want the really like deep, rich flavor of a dark chocolate chip. Or, I dropped something. And a cup of chocolate chips. All right. Here's something a lot of people don't know. When you make a cookie batter mix, okay, there are certain things that you can do, all right? You can make the mix and refrigerate it. You know, it'll last a couple weeks. You can freeze it. It'll last a couple months. You can make the cookies, then let them cool off, and then freeze them in bags, and it'll last 6 to 9 months in the freezer, as long as you have a good freezer and a good plastic bag. But they don't spoil that easily. Just keep them cool, keep them refrigerated, keep them frozen, and take them out as you need them. You can also portion them, scoop them out, freeze them, then put them in a bag after they're frozen so they don't clump together. And take them out as you want them and bake them, So there's a lot of things you can do, especially around Christmas time or the holidays. If you got a lot of cookie batters that you're going to make, you want to make sure that you make them and then you set them aside so that when you go to bake them, they're already made. You don't have to go crazy like, 2 days before, losing sleep and having nightmares. And, you don't want that. Okay, so now I'm going to share something that's going to make me a little nervous sharing with you because some people, just freaking don't listen right. All right. Most cookie recipes tell you to cream the butter and the sugar together. Okay. I had half of the butter that I needed and half in the fridge. So I wanted to complete the recipe. So I decided that I would melt the butter. Now, that is never over high heat. I just put a pan on the fire, put it very low, let the butter melt halfway, then turned it off and let it melt the rest of the way. Okay. It's not a process you can rush. And then I whisked the egg into that. Okay, so do not open it. Just cream the butter and the sugar when you can. But if you're in a rush, do what I did. I just melt it over bare heat. You just want it to get really soft and to kind of like decompose. So that's what I did. I'm not recommending it. I'm just explaining what I did for this one. Okay, and if you want to try it, try it. But it can't be hot when you add it to the chocolate chips. Why? Duh. Because the chocolate's going to melt. So, all right. So if you melt it like that, really low, let it cool off. And this is what it looks like. Okay. But trust me, it's not hot at all. I'm touching it right now. It's not hot at all. All right. So here goes. And I'm going to mix it in. I'll show you what it looks like when it's all mixed in. Right, now this goes into the fridge for at least 30 minutes. I said at least, so if it's too soft, leave it in the fridge. You should always taste the batter. It's good. All right, so it's covered in the fridge. There you go. All right, so this has been in the fridge for a little bit over 30 minutes. Okay, you can see it's pliable, but it's cold. All right, which is what you want. All right, and now I'm just going to portion that out on a cutting band. Oh my God! What? I'm telling you, this just has a mind of its own. So I'm going to portion it out with a scoop. You know the deal with the scoop. The number on the scoop lets you know how many in a quart. And then I'm going to bake them. Okay, so. All right, hopefully you can read that. It is a number 40 scoop, okay? That's what I used. It's about a little bit less than an ounce. It's like 3/4 of an ounce. And that's the size that the cookies are gonna be, all right? All right, so here I have 12 cookies that I rolled, put the scoop in my hand and then rolled it, all right? And here I have 12 cookies that I also dipped in that crystallized sugar. So I can show you two ways. Oven's at 350. Cookies going in. All right. Now, unless your oven is calibrated correctly, the temperature might be off, so you're going to have to check them out, right? I always tell you, get a separate thermometer so you can have in there, and then it'll tell you the true temperature, all right? So I got it set at 350. I'm going to leave my cookies between 12 and 15 minutes, okay? Depending on how you like them. I like mine crispy and a little gooey on the inside, so I'm going to go like between 14-ish to 15. I'll let you know. They is going to be good. All right. Let's see how these turned out. Still look a little soft. All right. Now you cool them for at least 5 minutes, and then you take them off the cookie sheet and put them on the cooling rack and let them cool completely, okay? Almost. You know you're going to dig in while they're warm, so. Here you go. The regular cookies and the ones crusted with the sugar crystals. Here's a taste test. Yeah. You're really going to dig these. Chef Will Gotay. Cake box cookies. Taken to a completely different level. See you soon.